Good morning mga bata and welcome to our English class for this week. And this time, meron tayong guest ulit na magdi-discuss sa ating lesson. Actually, this is her lesson. At the same time, our lesson na din. Ito ay si Ma'am Chrissy, which is yung presentation niya or video niya ay gagamitin natin sa ating lesson ngayong hapon. Ngayong umaga. So, pakinggan natin at intindihin natin. And by the way, hindi muna ako magsasend ng mga link for the assignment. Gagawin na natin, isahan na lang sa buong buwan na to. Kasi alam naman natin na kalahati na lang buwan na to ang ginawa nating klase.
Our learning competency, write paragraphs showing cause and effect, comparison and contrast, problem solution, relationships. This guide was designed and written for you to learn how to write paragraphs showing cause and effect, comparison and contrast, and problem solution relationships. Learning this is important because it fosters your ability to explain and refine your ideas to others and ourselves. It also equips us with communication and thinking skills. As you go on in developing your skill in writing paragraphs showing cause-effect, comparison, contrast, and problem-solution relationships. You will also improve your skills in planning 2 to 3 paragraph composition using outlines and graphic organizers in text read. So what is a paragraph? A paragraph is a brief piece of writing that has a topic sentence and supporting sentence that are closely related to the topic sentence. To begin with, let us see how cause and effect paragraph is written. When writing a cause-effect paragraph, you may first list your ideas in a graphic organizer like this. To indicate causes and effects, the following transitional or signal words or phrases may be used. So here are the examples of signal words in causes and effects. So you may read them, and if you are going to write a paragraph, you must use them to indicate the causes and effects. And this one is another example of graphic organizer for cause and effect. So if you are going to write cause and effect relationship paragraph, you are going to use this also. This is the title or the topic sentence. This is statement. Air pollution is caused by many factors. So you're going to write the causes here in the 3 boxes and your effect below. So this is the paragraph that shows cause and effect relationship, explaining reasons and results of events, situations, or trends. It particularly uses the pattern, one effect, multiple causes. So you may read this, you may pause the video so that you can read it or read it in your learner's packet. We have limited time, so I'm not reading it to you. And these are the questions that you are going to answer after reading the paragraph. So it is all about the air pollution. So I have written here the answers so that you can get it right. The second example of comparison and contrast paragraph. Comparison in writing discusses elements that are similar, while contrast in writing discusses elements that are different. So this is an example of Venn diagrams showing comparison and contrast or similarities and differences. When writing a comparison and contrast paragraph, you should remember the following tips. The similarities are written here inside this area, And the differences are written here in the both sides, both ends. And so there are steps in writing a comparison contrast paragraph. Number 1, choose the people or things or the subject that you want to describe. Number 2, organize similarities and differences of your two subjects in a Venn diagram. Use the transition or signal words that show similarities such as like, similarly, and both. And differences such as but, however, while, and on the other hand. This paragraph shows comparison and contrast. So as you can see here, the signal words was used, both, however, and on the other hand. So you can just pause this video again so that you can read it. What two subjects or items that are compared in our contrast and comparison and contrast paragraph? So we have here the answer: rice terraces and plain rice fields. So these are the two subjects that were compared: rice terraces and plain rice fields. So what are the similarities of these two subjects and their differences? So as I have said a while ago, the differences were written here on both ends, and in the center is the similarity of the two subjects. Okay? What transitional or signal words show such similarities and differences? So you have both, however, and on the other hand, and while. The third example is the problem and solution paragraph. Problem-solution format is a method for analyzing and writing about a topic by identifying a problem and proposing one or more solutions. So when writing a problem and solution paragraph, you can do this steps. Number 1, think of a problem and possible solution. Organize your ideas in a graphic organizer. Write the sentences about the idea in your organizer into a paragraph. Make sure you follow the margin and indentation. This is indentation. So here's the sample of problem and solution paragraph. So as you can see here, water shortage is explained until the end. So the end is the ultimate solution is that everyone must become actively involved. So this is the conclusion part, the middle sentence, and the beginning sentence or the topic sentence is there. Okay, using the paragraph, you have just read problem solution. This time, you will learn to write plan 2 to 3 paragraph composition using an outline. So with the help of the outline, you can make a paragraph by following the paragraph structure: beginning sentence, middle sentence, and ending sentence. So here's an example of an outline for a problem solution paragraph. So if you are going to plan or write a paragraph, you can do the outline like this so that you can organize your ideas. For example, we have here for the Roman numeral number 1 is the problem, and under it is the statement of the problem. Number 2, the solution, and the statements for the solution part. And number 3, the conclusion part. Okay? So this is the paragraph composition using the sample outline. So you can just pause the video so that you can read it all. So these are the questions that you are going to answer after reading the paragraph. So what is the paragraph all about? What is a paragraph? What do you observe when writing a paragraph? what are the three parts of a good paragraph? So we have the beginning, middle, and the conclusion part. So what are the pieces of information found in an outline? How can you compose the paragraph? So we have discussed it all. From the past slides, you can go back and read it again. You can write a 3-paragraph composition based on it by putting the major idea and supporting details together in each paragraph. So we have here another example of graphic organizer. This is a semantic web. The topic is all about Filipino. Filipino means the people in the Philippines. So what are the traits of a Filipino? Filipino is respectful person. Filipino as God-loving person. And under this topic sentences, you can see these details below them. So you just read it very carefully because you are going to answer questions after this. So here are the questions based on the semantic web. Who is respectful person and a God-loving person? So we have the main topic is the Filipino. So how do Filipinos show respect to others, and how do Filipinos show love to God? So it is all written there in the previous slide. You can just go back so that you can get it. And this is the paragraph composition using the organizer or the semantic web a while ago. So you can just pause the video and then read it carefully. So here are the questions after reading the paragraph. What is the paragraph all about? So it is all about the Filipino. And what is done with the first line of the paragraph? So the topic sentence. How do the sentence begin and how do the sentence end? Usually, the sentence ends with a conclusion and the sentence begins with the introductory part for the topic sentence. So for now, we have here the learning task number 1. You just have to write agree if the statements are correct and disagree if incorrect. So do this in your notebook. A good paragraph has introduction, body, and conclusion. So you just write your answers here on the blank or in your notebook or in your paper. Agree or disagree. And we have here the answer for learning task number 1. You can just pause the video so that you can get the answers. And for the learning task number 2, write your own 2 to 3 paragraph composition based on the following outline. Do this in your notebook. So I have here example for the learning task number 2. This is just sample answer for you to base on your answers, but please write your own answers. And for learning task number 3, write a 2-paragraph composition using the given sentences in the graphic organizer. Do this in your notebooks. And here's my sample answer. You may just pause the video so that you can read it. And for the learning task number 4, write a paragraph showing cause and effect of floods. Do this in your notebook. Here are the causes. The causes are written here and the effects also. So you must have the beginning paragraph, the middle paragraph, and ending paragraph or sentence. I think it must be sentence. So for the sample answer for the learning task number 4, I have written here 3 parts. The first paragraph, second paragraph, and the third or the conclusion part. So you may just pause the video so that you can read it carefully. And for the learning task number 5, write a paragraph showing comparison and contrast about reading books and traveling. Do this in your notebook. So again, you have also the beginning paragraph, middle paragraph, and ending paragraph. And reading books, traveling, and this is the Venn diagram about reading books and traveling. Okay, this one is the similarities. Span, ito span, and the differences here. And here's the sample answer for the learning task number 5.
So there you have it. Sana naintindihan niyo yung lesson na discuss ni Ma'am Crazy. And medyo mahirap siya kasi paragraph writing siya. Pero as time goes on, practice na naman ang kulang pag-writing eh. Okay? So kung kailangan niyo mag-review, just play the video ulit, replay the video para mas intense yung makukuha niyo education sa kanyang lesson or video lesson. Okay? So again, good morning. So good luck. Next week ulit, magsasend ulit ako ng video lesson. Thank you.